All right, guys. It seems like the trend in gaming today seems to be going to open world. We have games like Tomb Raider from 2013, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, and new Zelda that should be on the horizon at some point. I just want to know you guys' thoughts on gaming going towards open world. All right, we'll start off with you.
I like it better because it gives me more value for my game. Eventually, like if you get like 120 hours out of a game, like let's say Dragon Age, it just came out recently, and that's better than let's say The Order, which is what, 5 hours linear story.
I mean, it looks gorgeous though. It looks gorgeous.
It looks gorgeous, but you know, you can look at a picture for 5 hours and it still looks gorgeous, but
or a movie,
it's just a picture.
Which I think The Order can be substitute for a movie. But Curtis Coltin?
Like, I know it may add playtime, but I've never been a big side quest guy.
But you love Grand Theft Auto though.
I do, but I don't play any of the side missions.
See, you're cheating yourself out of $60 then.
But, you know, I just like to hammer through the story and then play multiplayer. I'm sorry. And like at times, like in Far Cry 2, I could not play that game because it was just it felt like a chore to move across that world.
So what's one of your favorite linear games then?
I mean,
because I know I don't mind the old Metal Gear Solid games. I mean, they were all linear and I enjoyed them all.
Right, no, and I enjoy those too. GoldenEye 64.
Taking it way back.
007, great linear game. That's probably my favorite of all time.
You never know. One day they might take 007 open world. Yeah, I bet you'll play it.
I'll play it. I don't dislike the open world. I just think there are some negatives.
Go.
I'm a guy that's completely opposite of Kurt. I like the side quests, like Shadow of Mordor that just came out recently.
Yeah, because side quests adds value to your game.
Yeah, it adds to the game. So like, even if it's a decent story, I'm really interested in it. I don't always want to play that. I want to be able to stop for a moment, go around the little open world, little area, and just do whatever I want.
Yeah. So, why do you guys think that the industry is moving towards it? Because I know Tomb Raider that came out in 2013, it used to be all linear, but open world, it gave it a breath of fresh air in my opinion. What are the advantages of going open world?
It adds value. If like you have this game and they're like, oh, they promote it as an open world, then it seems like, oh, there's gonna be more stuff to do in it. But that was misleading, like in Destiny, where they're like, oh, it's gonna be open world, and there's like nothing to do in the open world. Nothing to do at all. So they can mislead you with that. So you have to be careful. Seeing like,
so you have to read. You have to read,
or just wait until it comes out a couple weeks later and watch on YouTube, see if it's good enough. But
yeah, the hype behind Destiny was just unreal. Like, I mean, I think didn't you guys buy both of the Destiny games?
Yes.
Yeah, it was just like,
unfortunately.
I haven't played it since week 2, since it came out. So.
When Destiny first came out, me and my friends, since I had friends that had the game, we could all play. I was like, oh, this is really exciting. Ooh, we get to go around shoot things. It's like better than Call of Duty, and it's like Halo. So we were like really attracted to it. But then the expansion came out. And they're like, okay, you have to sign this agreement, which you just have to press the A button that confirms that you can't sue us because it's not the full game. Basically, that's what it was.
So, why do you guys think that the industry is going toward open world games?
Just because everybody wants it.
Yeah.
It's becoming the standard now.
Well, it's not the standard. It's like a more profitable
Right.
option.
Yeah.
Because The Last of Us is not open world, but it's still very successful.
Yeah, that's it's very
play.
story based.
Yeah.
But like, the mainstream wants open world.
That's the Grand Theft Auto effect, I feel.
Yeah, I just think that those open world games like Grand Theft Auto, there's just so much to do. And Grand Theft Auto does it so great because the world is beautiful, it's alive, and the side missions work. They really don't add to the narrative, but they fit each character that you play with. So it doesn't feel like you're just a chore, like you said Far Cry 2 was. It just feels like a chore, like you're just, just drugging around, just trying to level up your character or, whatever. But like Destiny was a disadvantage to the entire industry, in my opinion. Why do you think the open world is a disadvantage?
Everything's bad.
Or what can make it a disadvantage?
What can make it a disadvantage? There's nothing to do. It's just open space with nothing to do. You just ride around.
Mafia 2.
Mafia 2.
Mafia 2.
I know.
There's a lot like GTA, like you drive around, but there's like stuff to do like everywhere. Like there's a lot of things to interact with. Just like in Skyrim, you ride around a horse and like all of a sudden like there's stuff to do along this path I'm walking on. But in Destiny, there's like nothing. There's like little groups of enemies that spawn in the same spots, but like you don't want to just fight the same dude you fought like 5 minutes ago. So you just drive past and there's like nothing really to do. That's why it gets boring because there's like there's all this space. It's like having a giant backyard with just grass in it. You're like, okay, there's a giant like backyard, but there's nothing in it. But like, I could have like a hockey rink and then there's like a basketball court. Like, if there's not anything to do in the open world, it's just space and it's boring.
Now, back to Mafia 2, because I genuinely hated that game because of how it was a beautiful world, especially for the time when it came out. But they had you going around filling up on gas, and you could go. I think the only other like side mission they had was that you can go like destroy cars for cash or something like that. It was something stupid.
No, yeah, and that's why that game's not getting a lot of play time.
But aside from Destiny, what do you think are the disadvantages to open world?
Well, I think it's not a disadvantage in every open world, but if it feels like a chore, like if you have to work to just move about it and it's just becomes tedious, I think that's a huge disadvantage.
You need fast travel. Like it was the Dragon's Dogma didn't have fast travel, or like the new Skyrim Online doesn't really have fast travel. So a lot of people have to get horses, which you have to buy like for $20. And it's just like this thing, like if you don't have fast travel in the open world, it's just a lot of running in open space.
And that's true.
Doing anything.
GTA has, its fast travel is getting a taxi cab.
Well, they just added the new fast travel for the heist online.
Yep.
But I didn't mind the lack of fast travel because at the end of the day, you just steal a helicopter or something.
But
that's
the
like
thing.
fast travel.
That's the thing. It's open world, giving you options to do whatever you want to do. But Coltin, what do you think are disadvantages?
Some disadvantages is basically what he said and what Kurt said, is that there's nothing to do if you have a giant map. If you have a giant map and there's nothing to do, it's just boring. What do you have to do? The story, okay. Story starts here, and I'm all the way over here. There's no fast travel, so I have to go take 4 hours just to get over here and just play through the mediocre story that you don't really want to play, and then you just...
That was a lot of Destiny, because you had to like get on a little bike and you had to go to the story start point.
A good example of that is Just Cause 2. I bought that game for $60.
Calm down.
I'm just telling you how frustrated I was.
Flexing over there.
I'm getting frustrated. And, okay, you can unlock a lot of things really quickly in that game. So I got this nice little jet. I'm flying around, blowing things up. Okay, there's nothing to do. So it's just boring. It's irritating.
Yeah, I'm one that I don't mind a linear game. I don't mind playing Max Payne 3. It was a great game. I don't mind playing Sleeping Dogs was an open world game. I'm sorry. I don't mind playing the old Metal Gear games over again.
BioShock.
BioShock, even though Infinite it could have been better. But
they cut its development time, so that's why.
Like Curtis said, it's what the people want. We'll just see if the developers can make true on these promises and bring better open world games to the market. But we'll see what 2016 has in store for us.
Nothing good so far.